Hello, welcome back to the Great Circle, the African survival adventure game. I'm TJ, the developer of the game, bringing you a live development stream. We're going to be doing some stuff on stream and answering questions. In case you don't know, you can play the Great Circle. It is available as a free download on Steam. You can download the demo, add it to your library. It updates automatically just about every day if you're using the nightly builds beta. Regular mode updates less often, but more stable. You can follow the Great Circle everywhere. It's on social media, TikTok, Zoom, everywhere. It's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, anything. Just follow the link in the description or just search the Great Circle on those social media. We have Discord. You can keep up with the latest development. Join the Discord. If you want to support the development of the game, either pick up a Patreon. It's patreon.com/thegreatcircle. Also linked in the description, or boost the server on Discord, and you will get a password that gives you more access to the game, more characters, more modes, that kind of stuff like that. Anyways, I'm going to be doing some stuff today. Sorry there's going to be a loud noise because I'm next to a machine right now, but I'm going to develop anyways because fuck it. And if you have questions, just ask those in the chat, and I will be answering those as we go. Hope you're having a great day. Let's get started. Hey, how's it going, Caesar? I guess it says sex. I think it's Caesar. I think that's how you always pronounce it. How's it going? I hope you're doing good. For reference, we are fixing a stacked emote issue here. You're going to see it in a second, but basically, the animal expresses one emotion, and then when it wants to express another emotion, it still has the first one up, so you end up with two stacked icons. So I'm going to be working on, I'm going to fix that. So, for example, this zebra here, it's got a question mark because he's curious. But in a minute, it's going to stack with something else. Oh, actually, it didn't do it just now. That's interesting. Well, I guess I'm just going to check and see that it's working properly. Has Desiree been on? I don't know. I don't know if you're thinking of the same person as me. I'm thinking of somebody from a different game. I'm thinking that baby zebra might be a little too small. Look at this thing. It's like barely at the horse length of the zebra. Yeah, I think they need to make that a little bigger. How's it going, Gripso? Alright, so for those who don't know, posted a message in the Discord development channel just outlining the update that went out today. It was pretty important. It was the everything that I've been working on with the improvement for the body touch and the awareness of the animals, but it was optimized better. So that is out now. I still have some other things and quirks that I want to fix with it, but it's an improvement. You can access it on the nightly builds, the beta for the game. It's in the preferences or properties of the game on Steam. Let's see if we can make these bigger. Also, I think their running animation needs a little bit of an update real quick. Caesar says, yeah, Desiree on Pathfinder. She was in the stream. The last stream that I did, so yeah. That's the last time I saw her. Or them. You know, I don't know any of you guys personally, so I don't know what any of you guys look like. You know, I say her, but it could be a dude. Some dudes turn out to be girls. I don't know. What I mainly want to focus on is I want some territorial aggressions and some parental aggression and some distance limitations. So if something chases you from an interaction, I don't want it to chase you like endlessly. I want it to I want there to be a distance that it goes by. So I'm gonna make sure that that is something that's a part of the whole algorithm and that it's working properly. The parental aggression is because the parent isn't seeing everything that it needs to in order to protect you. So I'm going to, actually that's a little higher priority than the other thing. So I think I'm going to do that first, right after the zebra thing. So the color coding on these emotes is wrong. Since I have a neutral relationship, it should be the neutral color, which is white and for enemies it should be red. So I'm gonna make sure that that is going to change and be in alignment with everything else as well. This is weird. Let me restart this. When's the next Path of Titan stream? Not sure. Maybe this weekend, maybe next weekend. I'm not sure. Probably on the weekend though. You heard Desi beat me in a 1v1 Rex battle? Blasphemy. I don't even play Rex. I don't know. Maybe she did. I don't know. You know how many fights I get in when I play? That's like all I do. Alright, so based on how I'm implementing the size thing for the zebras and certain animals, they have an issue because like there's giant ostriches sometimes. Based on that, I'm trying to implement a rule that will apply only to them. I don't gotta go to each and every creature and like set some kind of size range or whatever. So I think that this will work, because this is the normal baby size for a zebra, right? But what it's doing is when we start, if certain conditions are not met, it'll make it even smaller because it thinks this is the full size. So hopefully it's going to stay the same size once I start the simulation. And I think this is a little bit small, but I just first want to see that it stays the same. Oh, it did not work. So it should never end up smaller than the meerkat size. So I got one more thing to correct, I guess. That's the change I want. Or actually, that's the non-change I want. It shouldn't be getting any smaller than that. So I'm not sure why it didn't work with the thing. We'll try it again. Alright, I think I figured out the answer. Alright, I thought I had the answer. I don't. I'm trying to think about it. Maybe I'll just come back to it. alright, giving up on that for now. I'm starting to feel like this is the exact problem that the ostrich had. It's just in the reverse. Anyways, let's move on. Alright, I'm gonna try it again because I'm stubborn. Hey, Desiree. It's funny, somebody was just talking about you. Hi, this is where you hide. I hide a lot. What's going on? Doing a dev stream. Right now we're just trying to fix the size thing for the baby zebra real quick. But I'm about to just paper over it. I feel like I might be overcomplicating this. This might be just like a headache on other stuff. If I do a fix that works for the zebra, there's 102 species, and I don't know if I'm gonna be creating another problem for some other stuff. So I don't think it's worth it. I'm just gonna do the thing that I don't want to do, but I know it works, and maybe I'll revisit this. But I'm gonna put everything back the way it was a second ago. And I think that's the best thing to do, even though it's a waste that I spent that time trying to engineer this the other way. So the good thing is I think this is the cause of the giant ostrich problem too. So I can probably just address that in the same way. So we will do just that. Desiree says, seems I'm getting famous off your streams. Are you? Are you getting some chatter? People talking about you? Man, developing looks hard. Oh no, it's easy. It's easy, anybody can do it. Nah, it's difficult. But it's fun, I like it. Join the TGC Discord. That's great. That's great. Welcome. Glad to have you. Desiree says, "Hey Zuko, maybe this weekend we can hop back on a deathmatch server." Maybe, maybe. You do know I don't make schedules and stuff like that, right? I play when it's convenient, when I feel like it. Simple as that. Which is why I only have like, 600, 700 subscribers. I play for me. It sounds like a good idea, but it's like every time I wanted to like make a plan to like I'm gonna play this weekend or I'm gonna try to keep a like consistent frequency with playing, it's like it's something's always coming up. Like I'm always doing something with the Great Circle, or I got other stuff to do. There's always something. And what'll happen is I'll just pop up streaming at like 2 a.m. in the morning for some reason. Oh Jesus, the mic's open. It might be time for the stream to end because the fucking editor is just not responding right now. It's pissing me off. See you soon then. See ya. Bye. Take care. Listen to this. Desiree says, "What the hell? Oh, you want more? Listen to this." Here's an interesting read for this kind of background. A warning of AI's danger. Pioneer Geoffrey Hinton quits Google to speak freely. This is probably going to be one of the biggest idiots I've ever heard of. But according to the New York Times, AI pioneer Dr. Geoffrey Hinton has resigned from Google so he can speak freely about potential risks posed by AI. Hinton, who helped create some of the fundamental technology behind today's generative AI systems, fears that the tech industry's drive to develop AI products could result in dangerous consequences from misinformation to job loss or even a threat to humanity. He says, look at how it was 5 years ago and how it is now. The Times quoted Hinton saying, "Take the difference and propagate it forward." That's scary. Jesus. I wonder why he didn't have this kind of epiphany back when he was creating the goddamn system. Hinton's resume as artificial intelligence extends back to 1972. That's how long he's been doing this before he had this idea pop into his head. And his accomplishments have influenced current practices in generative AI. In 1987, Hinton, David Rumelhoff, and Ronald J. Williams popularized the backpropagation, a key technique for training neural networks that is used in today's generative AI models. I didn't know about that. In 2012, Hinton, Alex Krasinski, and Isla Suitskever. Jesus Christ, what is this, Yiddish? Suitskever. Oh, it must be Jewish. Created AlexNet, which is commonly hailed as a breakthrough in machine vision and deep learning, and has arguably kickstarted our current era of generative AI. In 2018, Hinton won the Turing Award. Now, this is the guy who invented the computer, William Turing, or Alan Turing, which some have called the Nobel Prize of Computing, along with Yoshua Bengio and Jan LeCun. He joined Google in 2013 after Google acquired Hinton's company, DNN Research. This is what they do so that they don't have to compete with them. His departure a decade later, honestly I would have sold too, they probably gave him a fat load of money. His departure a decade later marks a notable moment for the tech industry, as it simultaneously hypes and forewarns about the potential impact of increasingly sophisticated automation systems. Now, after he spent decades profiting off of this, he's on his way out. Now he's like, oh, well, this might not be a good thing to do. I want to speak freely. Yada, yada, yada. Jesus. For instance, the release of OpenAI's GPT-4 in March led a group of tech researchers to sign an open letter calling for a 6-month moratorium on developing new AI systems more powerful than GPT-4. However, some notable critics think that such fears are overblown or misplaced. I just think it's fucking ridiculous. That's all. I think it's ridiculous. I mean, since when has anyone ever been able to stop a company from saving money by like shipping jobs like overseas or like profiting off of a new technology? Like, since when has that ever been happening? And how much of a fucking difference is 6 months gonna make? Honestly, it's one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard. Nobody's gonna do anything about that. I mean, if they want to do something, they probably should put like together like a list of best practices for people who don't have tech skills to get into some easy fucking locations or things that they can trade in. That's probably going to be way more useful than what this virtue signaling looking fucking bullshit is. Alright, well, the editor's still not moving, so yeah, the stream's staying on so I can rant. Let me see. I'm kind of tired now, but Hinton said he is worried about a proliferation of false information because now they're thinking about this, right? You know, those people who actually spend hours of their day putting together fake ass little news stories and stuff to post on Facebook and spread around YouTube and other places and stuff like that. Now they're thinking, oh yeah, those guys could use this technology too. So now it's like they could be way more effective. Don't know why we didn't think of that before. Hinting's warnings feel notable because at one point he was one of the field's biggest proponents. In 2015 Toronto Superstar profile, Hinton expressed enthusiasm for the future of AI and said, I don't think it'll ever retire. But today, the Times says that Hinton worries about the future of AI and has driven him to partially regret his life's work. Well, I mean, he's living in a fucking mansion now, so it's like he doesn't have anything to worry about his work. So it just feels a little weird to come out after what's it, set 1976. That's like 49 years of doing it. He was doing it before we had fucking flat screens, dude. That's how long he's been doing it. Anyways, I'm ranting about AI while making AI and getting ready to go to bed because I'm tired. Lastly, on Monday, Hinton clarified the motivations for leaving Google. He wrote in a tweet, at least he's not one of those fucking idiots who's like saying, oh, I think it has feelings. I think it has feelings. Bro, it's fucking spell check on steroids. That's all it is. It's doing word prediction. It ain't thinking. Monday, he clarified his motivations for leaving Google. He wrote in a tweet in the New York Times today, Kate Metz implies that I left Google so that I could criticize Google. Well, I mean, of course, he has a non-compete and a, what's it called? A, non-disclosure. He has a non-disclosure agreement. I don't know why it would have limits. I still got a non-disclosure from a company I worked for 3 years ago. That's till I die, son. Although they don't care. He says, actually, I left so that I could talk about the dangers of AI without considering how this impacts Google. Google has acted very responsibly. Huh. It's a little weird, right? He's talking about all the dangers, and then he says the company acted responsibly. By the way, I happen to agree with him. When I think about some of the practices companies have compared to Google, I think Google has done a lot to shoot themselves in the foot, quite honestly. I think that they should have been more aggressive about Google Glass. I would have been one of the nerds wearing it. I think it was a cool idea. I think they should have been more forward about Google Car. I would have drove one. And half the other shit that they don't have anymore that they spent billions of dollars developing only to do nothing with it. Oh, the editor's back. Let's see if it's still laggy. I'm just gonna scoot on up out of here, but if I can get a few more tasks done, I will try to. Hey, you know what I'm working on? It's an AI that plays video games with people. That's what I'm doing. No, I don't mean it's in the game like an NPC. It's a thing that will actually fucking play with you like a friend. You know what I mean? Think of it like if an NPC could be in the real world for a limited amount of time, it'd be like that, and it would be your friend. Like think Digimon, right? But a person. Well, no, actually, just think Digimon because they can talk like people, right? and it will play the game with you. It won't just be in the game. It'll play the game. It'll be in the menu with you. It'll chat with you. You guys you guys can choose the animal you want to play with. For example, you go into the game together. It controls one. It controls you. You chat back and forth with the interface or whatever. It can do things independently. It can go over here while you're over here getting water, whatever. It can do things on its own and think on its own and be surprised and also think of good plans and also think of crappy plans. It's that kind of thing. I'm taking all the people out the fucking game, just leaving one person, you and the AI. Don't worry about it. It's a friend. Alright, you know what? Actually, I'm tired. I'm gonna go ahead and call the stream. I want to thank you guys for joining in. Don't forget, you can play and download the Great Circle. It is on Steam, available as a free demo. Download it, add it to your library. It updates automatically. It has a regular mode. It has a regular branch. It also has a beta branch, which you can access through the properties of the game, just like you might do other games. Go into the properties in your library. Go to the betas tab. The one that you want to look at is the nightly builds. I update it almost every night. You can also, don't forget, it's not a market substitute, so add to your wish list from the store so that you're notified once the full early access is available for purchase. That's going to have more game modes, more characters, better stuff, so you'll want to know when that's available. The free one will still be available, just limited. Don't forget, you can follow The Great Circle on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all social media linked in the description below, or search The Great Circle Game. If you want to support the game, we've got a Patreon. It's patreon.com/The Great Circle, or follow the link in the description. Also, you get a password with that, and you can access more parts of the game. If you do Discord, you can also just boost the server, get the same password, same thing. So, two ways to do it. And if you're old school, you can donate with PayPal. This is linked in the description below. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Don't forget, follow The Great Circle. I'll see you next time. Have a good night. See ya.